Help support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps you protected when shopping online. Get $5 to try it now by using promo code QZZ2J. Well, we have our next guest here. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I am doing wonderful. Go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
Yes. Can I share a movie first, if you don't mind?
Sure. Okay. So what did we just see there?
So this is a product. It's named WOSH. As you can imagine from the name of WOSH, it's a hand washing station that enables people to wash their hands with clean water anytime without connection to running water. Did you get it?
Okay. So we don't have to have running water, and it's a hand washing / sanitation station. How does that work?
Yes, the technology we have an AI and a sensor technology inside the product, and it will recycle and reuse more than 98% of used water as clean water quality. Yes, it's like we have it's like and the size of it is like 100,000th the size of a general water treatment plant. So inside the product, it has AI and sensor technologies, and if someone like hand washes and use the product, and then the wastewater will come inside the product, and then the AI and a sensor will evaluate whether this needs to be recycled, or if it's too dirty, we just throw it away. And there's a tank inside that it will pile up the dirty water, and also it has the bacteria inside, and all the maintenance will be operated by this AI. So it's like having a person inside the product, like an operator inside the product, and it will decide what to do to make the recycling of the wastewater efficiently. Generally, it's like 50 times more efficient than a current wastewater plant.
Okay, so
yeah.
All right, let me make sure I got this. So we have
any questions?
We have this station, and inside it sounds like it has two tanks, one for regular water and one for gray water.
Yep.
Okay, so as the water is being used and it comes back in, there's AI and sensors in it that determine whether or not the water can be cleaned and reused, or whether the gray water is done.
Yep. Yep.
If it can be recycled, it goes through a treatment process that's inside the machine that
Yep.
cleans it and puts it back
Yep.
into the clean water. If it's
Yep.
bad, it dumps it into the gray water reserve.
Yeah. And one of the benefit is that we developed this system and also the sensor by yourself. So it's very cost attractive, and by doing so, we can collect more data inside the product, which will make it more the machine learning will happen. So the more you use it, it gets more clever and more efficient.
Gotcha. And what's the target demographic for this? Where do you see it being used?
Generally, again, sorry that the movie was in Japanese, but it's basically targeting those people that have high a certain level of uh, understanding or literacy that hand washing is very important. It can kill the bacteria and viruses more efficiently than using like alcoholic liquid for
Right.
sanitary purpose. So I think currently it's more targeting toward like hospitals or nursery cares or people who have more high sensitive towards this cleanness or high sensitivity towards prevention of the spread of COVID-19.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And the ability to run it without being actively hooked up to running water, where where do you see that particular feature being used the most?
Where any place that it doesn't have running water. For example, in Japan, um, we have did some demos at the Ginza, Tokyo. There is on every Sunday there is a event that people can walk on the streets to do shopping, and we placed like 20 units on the Ginza Tokyo, and people use hand washing. Well, this was kind of like a event, but also I think like in the entrance of like, for example, like hospitals where you don't have running water. I think the hospital has a very high sensitive towards COVID-19, and if there's some kind of a washing station that will have more efficiency compared to the alcoholic liquid, then I think there's also potentials. Also, like airports, there's a lot of traffic of humans. So if you can place that, and then I think that will also have make attention towards public that there's some countermeasures towards the COVID-19. Yeah, and also other I think potentials and can happen. Yes.
I see a comment that says the military could use this. And yeah, absolutely. I could see this in military applications. You know, you put up a temporary base, you don't have running water.
Yeah. In Japan, we also have a product called water box. This is a portable water cycling plant, which I just shared on the screen. We also have a tent, and in the tent there's a shower. So and so we could use this as in like a very serious situation, like when typhoon comes or yeah, like a tsunami comes and people lost lifeline. Actually, we use
Natural disaster areas.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, we already used this last year when there was some natural disasters in some of the prefectures in Japan, and it was
Okay.
picked up by the public media already.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm.
And if people want more information about this, how can they get it?
Yeah, we have the website. So if you can just click water, if you can just insert water.co.jp, and then you can find more information. You can also contact me. But further information, actually, just 20 minutes later, our CEO will have a talk session under hosted by JETRO, the Japanese export promotion governmental arm. So if you can also join that session, you can obtain further information.
Very cool. And I imagine there's a link to that on your website.
Yeah.
And I really do appreciate you taking the time to come talk to me today, especially with a corporate presentation so close.
Yeah. Well, actually, we are based in Tokyo. We just received 4,000 pre-orders from large companies in Japan, major companies, including Mitsui, Mitsubishi. I'm not sure we're familiar, but it's the largest three consulate in Japan, and we're about to raise Series A, about $60 million US, and we're going to scale, and we want to launch this product in US next year. So
cool.
So anyone who's interested, we're very welcome to your contact, and I'm very open to share information.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to seeing the launch next year, and maybe we'll get to see you in Las Vegas for CES 2022.
Yeah, I look forward. And my name is Tetsu. Excuse me to introduce myself at the end.
No problem. Well, have a good one, and hopefully the presentation will go well.
Yeah. Thank you again. Well, at the end, thank you very much for the opportunity, and I hope also this session goes well, this live goes well also too. Continue to. Thank you very much.
Have a good one. I hope you enjoyed that interview, and if you did, make sure you check out some of the more than 100 interviews we conducted during the virtual CES 2021 coverage. And of course, subscribe here on YouTube, hit the notification bell to learn when we post new content and when we go live.